Einen wunderschönen Willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Kathy Rain. Wir müssen zur Polizei. Nee, wir haben ein paar kleine neuere Teilinformationen im letzten Mal herausgefunden und die kriegen wir natürlich mit dem Telefonbuch nicht hin. Wir müssen leider zur Polizeiwache und dort vielleicht mal schauen, was wir hier erledigen können. Hoffe ich doch. Okay, so. Lenny,
Hey,
mein
Sheriff.
Freund.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Okay, das nicht.
Hey, Lenny, could you check the files for a police report? A girl who drowned around here, Lily Myers?
I'd love to help, Kathy, but you better check with the sheriff first.
Fine, I'll do that.
Okay.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Nah, I don't want to ask.
Okay.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Ich probier's mal. Ich glaube nicht, dass wir hier irgendwie eine Chance haben bei ihm. Weil wir haben keine Beziehung zu der Toten.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
I don't need to.
Oh, ein Schluck auf.
Do you know anything about a drowning here in 1975? Young girl named Lily Myers?
That case was handled by Truman. I wasn't involved.
Toll.
I don't need to ask him that. I don't need to ask him that.
Können wir ihm das hier zeigen?
Do you know anything?
Ach so.
Memory problem? I told you I haven't been working here that long. Besides, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Juvenile cases are a sensitive matter.
He's new in town. I don't think he knows those men. I probably should.
Okay. Ich glaube,
That's all for now.
Good.
Mal gucken, ob der Penner noch da ist. Was heißt der Penner? Der ich habe Angst vor Einkaufswagen-Typ, ne?
How's the paperwork coming along, Lenny?
Okay, I guess. Maybe halfway.
Er ist doch da. Okay. Ablenken, bitte.
Hey,
Hi there.
could you distract Lenny again?
Sure, I needed to puke again anyway.
Good to know.
Okay.
Guess what? He's having some kind of fit in there.
Not again.
Here we go again.
Okay, dann schauen wir nochmal.
Okay, there's gotta be something in here about Lily Myers' death. Okay, what do we have here?
Okay, 14.07. Der Rettungsdienst wurde von einem Anwohner Nähe des Conwell-Sees benachrichtigt. Der Anrufer berichtete, dass ein junges Mädchen ungefähr 16 Jahre alt tot im Wassertreiben aufgefunden wurde und vermutlich im See ertrunken ist. 14.07., also eine halbe Stunde später. Beamte treffen am Unfallort ein. Krankenwagen ist unterwegs, wurde durch Nebel aufgehalten. Der Körper ist vollständig bekleidet und es sind keine Anzeichen einer Fremdeinwirkung zu erkennen. Der Vorfall wird als vermutlicher Unfall eingestuft. Bei der Durchsuchung des Anwesens wird ein Abschiedsbrief entdeckt. Die Handschrift stimmt mit der des Opfers überein. Zeugen berichten von einer vorhandenen psychischen Problemen. Okay. Dann am Abend, der Krankenwagen ist endlich angekommen. Das Mädchen wird von medizinischem Personal für tot erklärt und in das Leichenschauhaus der Stadt transportiert. Das ist aber seltsam. Der Krankenwagen wird durch Nebel aufgehalten. Der braucht einfach mal geschlagene 13 Stunden. Das ist klar, dass das Mädchen tot ist, ne? 16.07. Bericht des Rechtsmediziners erhalten. Todesursache wurde als Tod durch Ertrinken festgelegt. Keine äußeren Anzeichen für einen Kampf. Selbstmord bestätigt.
Looks like somebody did a Virginia Woolf. I wonder if there's more to it.
Das mit dem Nebel ist so seltsam.
I already got the report.
Tja.
I got the key already. I don't think I need to mess with that anymore.
Okay. Können wir das hier benutzen? Oh. Oh. Offizielle Angelegenheit. Komm, geh ran.
Connell Air Force Base, how can I help you?
Hi, I was just wondering if you had time to answer a few questions.
Sure thing, ma'am. Ask away.
I'm trying to get a hold of Charles Wade. Would you happen to know how to reach him?
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Charles Wade is a public figure. He has explicitly asked us not to provide his contact details to anyone.
Is there any way you could make an exception? I really need to talk to Mr. Wade.
No can do. I can't really help you out unless you have some sort of official business.
I do have official business. I'm Deputy Reagan. I'm calling from Conwell Springs Sheriff's Department.
I can see that you're actually calling from the station. You say you're a cop? You don't sound like a cop.
Seine Zweifel ignorieren, drohen ihn zu melden, ihn beschuldigen, sexistisch zu sein.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's just because I'm a woman, right? Women don't belong in law enforcement? Is that what you're saying? That's so sexist.
Now that's hardly what...
Do you have any idea what I have to go through every day? Nobody takes me seriously. The dirty looks, the sexual innuendos,
Relax, okay? I'll check the files.
Vor allem der Hörer ist auch grün.
5557641.
Na siehst du,
Thanks,
geht doch. Geht doch. Aber bei den kurzen Nummern bräuchte man doch bloß einfach anrufen. Einfach alles durchklingeln. Irgendwann wird sich das Wade-Anwesen melden.
Wade residence?
Hi, this is Kathy Rain. I'm calling for Charles Wade.
He doesn't live here anymore. What's this about? What do you want with my father?
I'd just like to have a quick word with Mr. Wade. It's about my grandfather, Joseph Rain.
You're 20 years late, girl. My father has neither time nor energy to deal with you people.
But
This conversation is over. Unless my father explicitly says he wants to talk to you, it's not going to happen.
what a stuck-up, overclass witch. Well,
Da muss
he
richtig
hasn't
Beef
heard the
gewesen
last
sein.
from me. I'm going to talk to that old man one way or another.
20 Jahre zu spät, da muss ja richtig Beef gewesen sein. Können wir mit ihm reden?
Nah, I should use this time to poke around.
Na, was können wir denn hier noch angucken? Schwarzes Brett, Bild, Akten. Akten will sie nicht mehr?
I already got the report.
Okay. Dann können wir auch gehen. Aber vielleicht, warte mal, die Großmutter hatte gesagt, sie kann sich nicht an den Namen erinnern. Warte mal. Wir haben ja nicht so viele Leute, mit denen wir reden können hier. Aber vielleicht kann sie nochmal auf das Thema, wir wissen jetzt, wie die Familie heißt, ne? Die so abgeschottet gelebt hat. Vielleicht weiß sie ja,
Oh, hello, dear.
wo die sind, damit wir sie besuchen gehen können.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
I found out that the drowned girl's name was Lily Myers. Ring a bell?
Oh, yes. Oh, how could I forget? Sue, Jack, and their children, Lily and Nathan.
Do they still live around here?
Mother and son do. I see them in town from time to time. They live somewhere near the lake.
But not the father. Jack, was it?
No. He disappeared not long after Lily took her own life.
I see. Do you know how I can reach the family?
Not really, dear. Like I said, they tend to keep to themselves.
I don't see a reason to ask her about that.
Okay, das können wir aber wahrscheinlich
Bye,
jetzt
Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
nachschlagen im Telefonbuch. Gucken wir mal.
All right, found an address.
Okay, wir haben einen neuen Schauplatz. Da heißt es Hinder. Ah, es gibt leider kein Schnellreisedings hier, ne? Also wir müssen aber warten, bis sie gelaufen ist. Aber die Screens sind ja relativ klein. Jetzt fällt mir das erst auf. Draußen regnet es und hier regnet es auch, ja? Hütte am See. Okay, ich gucke erstmal. Oh, hier ist ein Aschenbecher. Warte mal. Cool.
There's a ton of discarded cigarette butts.
Kann man das jetzt auch unendlich machen hier? Guck mal, die zieht einmal dran und ist dann wieder fertig, ja? Nee, zweimal. Okay. Ach so, wenn man was tut, geht's... Oh. Man konnte den auch so ziehen. Huge fan of those sweet addictive... Aha. Geht das? Warte mal. Nee. Ach so. War nur Zufall.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker. We have something in common. Good to know.
Weiblich so jung.
Somebody around here is a chain smoker.
Was haben wir da unten?
Oh, gee, I would, but I forgot my swimsuit at home.
Ach, da wieder der Badeanzug. Ja, ist klar.
Conwell Lake, where Lily Myers met her demise.
Vor allem sind die immer noch an den See gezogen, ja?
Thick, dense forest. What were you doing out there, Grandpa?
Der ist auch gleich hier in der Nähe von dem See, ja?
55 degrees. Not too chilly, thankfully. It doesn't belong to me. I don't want to take it without a good reason. I can see someone moving inside.
Okay.
Yes? Can I help you?
I hope so. My name's Rain. Kathy Rain.
Joseph's girl. The one they sent away.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you want?
I had some questions about your daughter, Lily.
Well, you know what? I don't have any answers, girl. Lily was precious, special. Lily died. That's all there is to it.
My grandfather came to see you, right? To ask about her?
Maybe he did. I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm not asking for much, Mrs. Myers.
Das ist eine
Then
Frau.
clearly you have no idea what it's like losing a child.
Ja, bestimmt nicht.
Goodbye.
Das war eine Frau. Ich dachte, es war ein Mann.
Won't you ever give up?
Achso, warte mal. Können wir ihr was zeigen? Polizeibericht. Mach dir einfach die Tür an.
Just go away.
Aber wir müssen hier... Oh, warte mal.
Care to join me for a smoke, Mrs. Myers?
Well, I'm gonna have to think about it.
Ich glaube nicht hier, wa?
What brand?
Corley cinders. Extra long.
You got taste. I'll give you that. Well, I suppose one smoke can't hurt.
And that's when he realized it was his own bong.
Oh my, oh now that was a good one. You know what, Kathy? You're okay. Sorry for being such a cranky old bag before. I get a short fuse when I run out of smokes.
Diese Drohung,
No,
diese
that's an
Drohung.
understatement. Good thing I had my morning smoke, otherwise we would have had a fist fight on our hands.
Oh, it's getting chilly. Why don't we head inside?
Sure, let's go.
Oh Gott, was mit
Now,
ihm?
this here's my boy Nathan. He's special. Nate, be polite and say hello to Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi there, big guy. Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem. Yet another burial ground for those sweet, addictive, not to mention cancer-inducing sticks of tobacco. I'm a huge fan.
Da setzen wir uns jetzt nicht hin,
Nice
Fenster.
view of the lake from here.
Wahrscheinlich wollte sie auch immer sehen, wo ihre Tochter ertrunken ist, ja? Also
Nice
schäbig.
painting. It's signed L.M.
Ah, die Tochter. Ist so scheppig
Elk,
alles.
by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods. I can smell something cooking. It's Nathan, Sue's mentally disabled son. Sue has nailed the tomboy look. I like it.
Androgynö, ja genau den.
So you wanted to ask me about Lily?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lily had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lily, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lily painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lily had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
Mhm.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
Uh-oh.
I don't need to ask her about that. Mind telling me what Lily was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lily was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lily was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lily a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants. Nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And, well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
I don't need to ask her about that. Does the name Charles Wade mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
Ja, manchmal ist sowas echt creepy, ja. Aber mir tun die wirklich leid, was denen widerfahren ist. Ich möchte, keiner sollte seine Kinder sterben sehen. Keiner.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces look like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks. I'd rather just ask her about her daughter.
Okay.
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the paintings. He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue. Thanks. Ugh. Another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
Interessant.
No reason to... Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
No reason to... It was fun the last time, but...
Okay.
What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
No reason. No reason. No reason.
Okay, ich glaube, das
I think
ist...
I'm gonna head off now.
Sure thing, little cat. Come back anytime.
It's
Achso, warte
getting
mal.
late. I should head back to the city.
Oh. Finished day one.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
Der Plan, es gibt keinen Plan. Ganze Sache war eine dumme Idee. Ich weiß es noch nicht, aber ich werde mir was ausdenken, eine Mütze Schlaf holen. Ach, hier
I don't
kommt.
know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Cat. Hey, Kathy, wake up!
Ugh, you are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Oh Gott.
Are you sure you want to do this, Catherine? You still have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Sie war schwanger. Sag jetzt nicht. Oh, der Junge, der gesagt hat, meine Mutter ist doch in der Nähe.
Nobody has to know. Just pretend it slipped your mind. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
I hate that dream.
Oder ist es nur ein Traum?
I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Nah.
Aber wir machen Folgenpäuschen. Vielen, vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Und das wird sehr, 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 sehr spannend. Ich hoffe für euch auch. Und ja, bis zur nächsten Folge. Euer Firefox.